This is a quick video of our brand new 2022 Malibu 23 LSV at Inland Boat Company. Right now, as of July 1st, it's sitting in the showroom here in North Raleigh. The colors on this boat, it's got a light graphite hull base, an ebony deck inside of the hull, and then it's got the Indy red metallic all around the accents on the exterior of the boat. We'll go through some updates and changes over the last few years. First thing is cosmetics. You have these much larger cleats, pull up in and out. Docking legs, you've got low beam and you've got high beam. Right now they're just on low beam for the showroom. Side marker lights, red and green on the sides. And if you can see it there, metal flake looks awesome in the light. Now have colored logos. Fender clips, which I will have to show you. You plug your fenders in here and you tie your dock lines to the cleats. That way you don't have two lines on your cleats and they're freed up. Backlit emblems on the sides. And now the biminis are significantly larger. The old biminis were great and did excellent for their time, but the newer Malibu biminis, probably 20 to 30% bigger, and they look really sharp on top of the red hoop that's now available in the G5 tower. This one we did equip with the PTM board racks. Pulled tight, loosen. Now as we get to the back of this boat, a couple things you notice right away. First and the biggest one is here on the back of the boat. You do have this flip down swim step. Now we're on a dock, so it won't go all the way down, but you pull this pin and then this board will come back towards us. You also have the red underpinning on the soft grip, graphite on top. Rear camera on these boats is huge because you can watch your surfer as you're driving, and you can actually see up there on the dash. The surfer camera will show up in the middle. It's not at the moment, but it comes right from that camera. Obviously your transom remote is here. Still have storage in these rear bins, both sides. And another new one for the 23 LSV. Pick up and turn is your pylon in the back of the boat. As well, you have an optional walkthrough. Let me rephrase. The walkthrough is standard. That piece in the center is optional. Inland Boat Company now equips all of our boats from the factory with plug and play ballast in the rears. You've already got ballast from the factory in the center and the front. If we do look through some of this vinyl, one of the updates that came later in 2020, 2021 was the Cool Feel vinyl. This vinyl has a little bit more leathery feel to it, just looks a little more luxurious, and it is definitely a little bit cooler. So this is the Cool Indy Red, the Cool Light Graphite, and the Cool Graphite. You can tell by the texture in the video, it does look a little bit different than what you may have now if you have an older Malibu. Walking into the boat, obviously dashboard is much newer as of 2020. On the left side, you've got all your lights with optional tower lights and underwater lights. Docking, low beam, high beam. Let's see if we can capture that on camera. So we're off, low beam, high beam, storage. We have our bimini boot in here. Every boat comes with a safety kit, surf ropes. You can see it's very well lit under here with a lot of space. Storage lights run all the way with the storage under the boat. storage for days under here. There's your cover for the swim board. Malibu ice box is what they call this on the build sheet. It is a really nice soft bag cooler from Engel. And then you got your trash can on the side. And your empties go right down into here. Easy access. So storage lights are all throughout the boat, including the rear sides, under all the seats, and in your observer's compartment. Interior lights will be all along your sides here, along with USB chargers on the side, 12-volt outlet, your cup holders, billet aluminum phone holders on the side, and your brand new speaker grills from Wet Sounds that are private labeled for Malibu and Axis as of 2022. We do like doing 4 speakers on the towers. Looks pretty sharp. And again, PTM built aluminum board backs, must have on the newer boats. All these boats break down the tower pretty easy. Bear with me as I go one-handed all the way forward. All the way forward. Now there's a little gap there. The tower is now supporting itself with nobody holding it. And now just using my arm, pushing it down. The tower supporting itself. There's your anchor light on the top. Sometimes the towers will pop back up by themselves because these are gas loaded shocks, and there's very easy down and very easy up. Very easy to lock in place. Towards the port side, again, your speakers, 8-inch speakers inside, more phone chargers, phone holders, backlit LSV, and then again your vinyl. You have graphite here, cool graphite, cool indie red, cool light graphite, the red stitching all the way around. Makes for a really sharp combination. You have a 12-inch sub under the dash. Like I said, 8-inch speakers all around, 2 in the bow, then 4 8-inch speakers on the tower. Sitting down at the dashboard, new driver's wheel. That's going to be for 2021 and newer. Over here, these are all your accessories. We've got our radio, stereo. It's off right now because we are in a showroom. Lights and extra features, bilges, heater. This boat does have a heater. Low and high beam, or low and high power. Optional seat heater, rear bilge, and blower comes on by itself and runs for a couple minutes automatically every time you power up the boat. You have a little Android device. It is separate from the I guess from your cell phone or from the boat itself. This functions as its own Android operating system. On the dash, this is our main screen. You have these 5 bubbles down here. Number 1 is all your ballast. Anything we touch on this screen is override or manual instruction. Now, what do I mean by that? On screen number 2, or bubble number 2, we can say surf left, and we can hit load. Now you can see the cruise control came on. The wedge moved to number 3, or it is prepped to move to number 3. We are set to surf left. If we go back to our home screen, all the ballast is set to 100%. I'm going to make some changes here. Let's say I set surf left and I want to ride at 11.8. I just did an override on the factory setting. And I want this center ballast to only be at 50. The other ballast tanks are set to 100, but I set the center to 50 or 75, or the front to 25 or to 0. There's 25. What I'm doing is I am overriding the preset settings on this screen. I'm going to stop all because obviously nothing's filling. We're indoors. Next one, over the past several hundred feet as you travel down the lake, you will see a chart that plots the depth. Your depth is always in the top left as well. It's not showing right now because it's reading concrete. When you do have a surfer riding, it is viewable. Your surfer is viewable on the screen. Go big screen to see them as well. And back down. You have the optional docking camera. When you put this boat in docking mode, a docking camera will appear here and you'll be seeing over the front of the boat. So when you're pulling into the dock or up to the trailer, it's much easier viewing of the actual tow hook on the front of the boat or the dock in the front of the boat, either one. All your essentials. Now, obviously this boat is in the showroom, so it is got 0.6 hours on it. From our service team's rigging procedure, has not been lake tested yet or anything like that. It got tested at the water at the factory at the Tennessee River, but has not been on the local lakes yet by one of our staff. On the left you have your oil pressure, engine temperature, or really coolant temperature, and your battery voltage. So you always want to be above that mid mark. Right now we're about 12.2. You've got these stats on the right, all the way on this right button. Also, your oil pressure is always going to be here. Engine coolant temperature is always going to be here. Battery voltage is always going to be here. You'll notice we can go to any of our screens. And those crucial settings, or statistics really, and our depth will always be in the top left of our screen. That way we are never without our depth, our oil pressure, engine temperature, or battery voltage. It's on all 4 or 5 screens. To the right, you can change your surf gates and your power wedge on your dash, but if it's bumpy and you're going down the lake, you have the option to press these buttons to go surf left, surf right, or back to center. If you choose to do so, this is kind of a hidden feature. You can speed up and slow down your cruise control within 1/10 of a mile an hour by hitting up and down on this dial. Wedge down and wedge up. Well, the wedge is not deployed at the moment. It is stowed. You must be moving 1 mile an hour or faster for that wedge to deploy. Power button for all your electronics, start and stop for your motor. But you press the start button, prompts me for a code. With your delivery captain, you will set your code for your boat. Power seat up and down, that is for the driver's seat here. And new for 2017 and newer, maybe 2016. You will have this surf band so that the rider can actually coach or be in control of the boat and the wave while riding behind the boat. So if you want to surf left, do so here, surf right, wedge, you can go down or up with the wedge. Again, it's not moving because we are indoors. And speed, I don't know if you can see that 11.7 miles an hour here, but as I hit speed up, and slow down, the rider controls it all. Our stereo is off. I'm going to turn our stereo on and show you how the tower speakers are controlled from here as well. Turn our volume up. Now, if I'm the surfer, I can go volume down. You'll notice it's only affecting the tower speaker level. If I'm the surfer, I can go volume up. And that is only, again, for the tower speaker volume. What I mean by that is you can only control the tower speakers when you're behind the boat. With this remote, it's bright green and it floats in case it does fall off while you're riding. It does float. But it gives the rider a little bit more control so you don't have to back and forth between driver and rider while the boat's running. Moving on to the front, 2 cup holders and 2 phone chargers. Well, 2 cup holders here, 3 and 4 over here. You do have your phone chargers again here, 2 speakers, oops, storage 1, storage 2, communicating storage all the way to the back of the boat there. And then this is new. Batteries are now located under your wind dam storage in the front of the boat for easy access. And frankly, I could do this all with one hand, so it is very, very easy to access. Slides in like so. Batteries and ballast all surrounding the batteries. Alrighty, well, I hope this video was extremely helpful. You got to learn something new about the 23 LSVs, maybe this one in specific, or other boats at our store. Of course, you got surf storage on the top here. Of course, one item I forgot to point out is this table and chair. Pull this here. Fold one, so you can have a table. This is the most popular configuration I see with our customers on the water. 2 flip-up seats, 1, 2, and a table kind of in the center. So from here, when you're surfing, you can have an audience of 1 facing backwards, 2 facing backwards, 3 and 4 rider or passengers all facing backwards watching the rider. If you choose to do so, you can pull this, flip, gently lift, slide back. Now this configuration allows you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rear-facing seats in the 23 LSV to watch your rider, your surfer, your wakeboarder, skier, whatever you have. Again, I hope this video is helpful if you are just learning or researching or trying to learn more about the 23 LSVs or specifically this boat at Inland Boat Company. My name is Andy. You can reach any of the staff here and book a test drive with us, get your trade evaluation, or order your new boat whenever you guys are ready. You can reach us at 919-401-6073 or by text at 919-424-7134. Again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video from Inland Boat Company.